Hello, Astro Loves. So I wanted to sit here and chat with you guys about what is ahead for 2021. I'm going to do a couple of videos for you guys, just short videos talking about the major themes, the major transits and alignments happening in 2021. I am currently offering a special right now astrology reading where I look at these major themes in relation to your chart and we see how this might influence your life and how to best work with that energy. So currently I have two options for this reading. You can get this reading as a recorded video and I send that to your email inbox, or you can meet with me live via Zoom and we can sit one-on-one. You can ask me questions as they arise. And so both of these readings are an hour long, totally up to you which option you prefer. If you are interested in the recorded reading, you can book that reading via the link in my bio or in the description below. If you want to meet with me live via Zoom, just send me a message or email me at connect@uraniauniverse to set up an appointment with me for that. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the major theme of the modality that we're working with. And what I mean by mode, with these astrology signs, you have, it's either cardinal, fixed, or mutable energy. So I'm going to be talking about that particular energy that we're going to be working with, and that's a major theme for 2021. So the major focus or the modality we're going to be working with is the fixed modality. So there's a focus on stabilization. And so this is coming from the alignment that's actually happening in December between Jupiter and Saturn. So Jupiter and Saturn are aligning together in Aquarius on the solstice. And so that's going to be December 21st. And this is a very significant, rare alignment. So Saturn and Jupiter come together every 20 years. They have this conjunction. However, the conjunction happens in one element every 200 years. So previously, that alignment has been happening in Earth, in the Earth element. And now with the alignment happening this December or this year, 2020, that is going to initiate the conjunctions happening in air signs for the next 200 years. And as I said, Saturn and Jupiter come together every 20 years. So this particular conjunction in Aquarius is going to initiate the Aquarian themes for the next 20 years. So hopefully you can kind of keep track of where I'm going with this. So with that initiation in Aquarius, that's going to, like I said, focus on Aquarian themes. And Aquarius, the modality of Aquarius is fixed. And so before I even get into that, I just want to reflect on this year, 2020, and really the past 2 to 3 years with Saturn in Capricorn and Pluto in Capricorn for a lot longer than 2 or 3 years. The focus has been cardinal energy. And I feel like really this year, 2020, there was a big focus on cardinal energy, and that particular energy, the cardinal energy, is getting things getting things moving, initiating some kind of change. It is this point of like conflict, or it can promote conflict or confrontational energy so that we can start to make some changes and start to move. So it's that initial force to get things moving. And so as Jupiter and Saturn come together in Aquarius at the end of this year, there is a focus on really finally starting that cycle and stabilizing whatever desires and goals and intentions we have for the next 20 years, essentially, and really focusing on 2021. So thinking about reflecting on this year of 2020, you just kind of want to go deep with any things that were coming up for you a lot as far as your desires and just where you're feeling pulled intuitively and instinctively. What is pulling you? What are you feeling called to do? A lot of us are getting that call of the wild to really stand in our authority and our truth. So as we're moving forward into 2021 and really working with that alignment energy of Saturn and Jupiter with that Aquarius theme, it's like there's a focus on stabilizing those desires, stabilizing that drive, and stepping into your authority. And so with that Aquarius element, even there is the desire to, as Saturn being the traditional ruler of Aquarius, there's a desire to really create some kind of structure, but it's outside of status quo. It's innovating the tradition, like building off that tradition and innovating it so that it can serve the collective for the future. And so that's where we're going into 2021. And then in a couple years, we'll have Pluto moving into Aquarius. So there's really going to be this strong Aquarius paradigm happening, or this Aquarian themes happening. And so, as I said, the fixed modality is a major theme happening in 2021. So what's going to really be a focus is the fixed, what I call fixed cross. And so that fixed cross are going to be the 4 signs that are fixed energy. So that's going to be Aquarius, it's going to be Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. So if you have any strong placements in those 4 signs, this is going to be a very dynamic year for you. You're going to feel a lot of movement happening, a lot of significant things happening within your life, because you're being called to make some sort of transition and stabilize some effort or some goals and intentions within your life. Especially with that Aquarius element for all of us. Aquarius is calling us to be, be uniquely, be ourselves, be authentic is what I'm looking for. So really standing in our truth, and even it might go against status quo, but that's okay, because your voice needs to be heard. And everyone really needs to show up in their truth, in their authenticity, because there is a role that is needed for you, and there are people meant to connect with you and align with you. So a lot of us do at times feel that imposter syndrome, where you just like, who am I to do this? Who am I to speak to people in this way? But it's really, really important that you use your voice, you stand in your truth, because that is really needed for someone out there. You never know who you're going to touch, whose energy you're going to, or how your energy is going to influence someone and inspire someone else. Okay. And so, as I said, that fixed modality, with it being initiated in Aquarius, there is a call to stabilize our ideas and our visions. With the Taurus element, that is asking us, what do we need to let go of? And the goal is to identify those essential resources so that we can, cultivate that and really honor that and hold on to what is sacred. I feel like we're just kind of running away with we're over consuming a lot of the resources, and we're taking a lot for granted, especially like just the planet in itself. We're taking it for granted. And so it's really calling us, with this Taurus element, it's calling us to really look at what is essential and how to really protect that. And so with the Aquarius focus, Taurus makes a square to Aquarius. So with that square energy, it's confrontational energy, so that you can kind of, it's pushing you or guiding you to make some kind of change. So people that have Aquarius in their chart, you may feel this as more, it might be a conflict at first. You might feel this push to really let go of what you're holding on to in order to really find out what really matters. Okay, and as far as the Leo element is guiding us to sitting with our individuality, really connecting to our gifts, what makes us unique and special, and also our creative nature. That's really, really important. So questions that are going to be coming up is, what do you want to be known for? How do you want to lead or be a leader within your community, or just for, even your family? Like, how do you want to be remembered? What do you want to be recognized for? And really tapping into that. And I feel that the first step is embodying, you. How do you, like, your individuality, physically representing that part of yourself, or physically embodying that part of yourself, is really important. And the more you start to just physically represent that, the more connected you will be to that authentic part of yourself. And that will just kind of, take off from there. But stabilizing your individuality and embodying that. With the Scorpio element, this is the emotional component of the fixed modality, or of the fixed cross. And so with this in particular, you want to stabilize those emotions that really drive you. So the focus is stabilizing your emotional drive. And let your emotions transform you, let them guide you into the deepest layers of your soul. So with Scorpio, there's such this emotional, like raw passion. That's what you want to connect with. I look at Mars being the traditional ruler of Scorpio. And so Mars has this strong will, this strong determination, and it's a fighter. And so connect that to your emotions and see where those raw, passionate emotions will lead you, and allow them to really transform you. Even if you're frustrated and you're angry about something, that anger is in a sense stemming from feeling at times disempowered. So how can you even look at it in that sense and take that and channel that into calling back your power? And so that is going to be the Scorpio component of it. And so with Aquarius, finally, Aquarius is that, like I said, the fixed modality, it's the air. And so there's a focus on being a clear channel for universal energy, just keeping your channels clear, because with Aquarius is that fixed mind. So we're in the realm of air. And so if you are able to keep those channels clear, you will get insight to the past, as I said, with that Saturn element, being able to see what was done in the past, or get those visions of the past. Naturally, we're in the present. So you see, your present environment and how that is interacting, or just what's going on in the present time. And you also get the visions of the future, and you're like, okay, I see what's going on in the present. I am connecting to these past principles. I'm connecting to my ancestral lineage or my spiritual lineage. I feel that. And this is like, they're giving me that guidance, or I'm channeling in that energy to really get an idea of how, how the future, how I can innovate some things to better serve the future, or better serve future generations, or create a society that's better for the future. You get what I'm saying? So it's creating some structure from your vision. So it's stabilizing that energy, and having Jupiter in Aquarius for quite some time this coming year, that's going to allow us to expand our horizons, expand on our visions, and really with that Saturn also with Jupiter here, it's going to allow us to really be discerning with our visions and to see what will work and what won't. It'll also keep us directed and focused, because Jupiter wants to expand. Jupiter wants to just, do its thing. And it's good to have Saturn with that at times, because it will really bring in that energy and focus it where it needs to go. And so this is also guiding us to take lead in our expertise. Where do you hold authority? This is the time to innovate and create. So this is how I see this main theme of the fixed modality coming through in the year 2021. And so stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about the main theme, the element, the Mercury retrogrades that are happening in 2021. And as I said, if you are interested in a reading, there are the two options available. If you have any questions, comments, always please leave them below. And I can't wait to connect with you guys again soon. Take care.